What is going on, guys? Thank you for coming to the channel. BCD here on the BCD Universe channel. And today we're going to be talking about the Proscenic F20 Wet Dry Vacuum. This is a new vacuum by the Proscenic. I never heard of this company before in my life, so I want to put that disclaimer out there. This is my first ever product with this company, and there was some issues, but I really want to talk about everything. So stick around. I'm going to try to put a lot of details into this video so that you guys can get a little bit more of what I've learned, as well as some of the problems I had. But yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing I want to kind of go through is some of the features of the Proscenic F20 vacuum, some of the things that really helped me decide whether or not I wanted it. It was the removable battery. I really liked that feature. That means that I can actually purchase another separate battery and plug it in if I need more juice, and I can have one charging on the charging dock, and it kind of have that motion of just continuously having one charged and ready to go in case I need that extra power. I really like that feature, and it's something that's really downplayed because a lot of the other ones just are in-house and you can't really do anything about that. So if it's dead, it's dead, and I really liked that feature. Another thing that I really liked is that the actual time of the battery is about 35 minutes of runtime. Max is about 2015. If you put it on that max setting. But overall, if you're on smart, it does a really good job on smart, so I don't think you need the extra power. But if that is something you're going to be running it on at max, you're probably going to be about 15, 20, and that's where that additional battery comes into play and is really helpful. You also get multiple attachments. It comes with another floor brush, a crevice tool so that you can actually clean it. It comes with the solution for that, and it comes with another HEPA filter. So it comes with those additional things that are really nice that you don't have to go out and purchase on your own. It actually already comes with it. Another thing that I really liked about this one, it has a quieter operation than normal. It's not as loud as my Dyson. And I have a Dyson V8. I believe it's a V8. It's not as loud as that, but it is still loud. It's not like a super quiet, but it's not a overly loud machine. The simplicity of it, the fact that you can break it down in a mere minutes, and it doesn't take a long time to clean it. It has this ability to even desterilize or to sterilize the water to actually make it become more of a disinfectant, and they can actually shoot electricity into that water and allow it to become a type of disinfectant. I think that's really cool as well. But that is something, like, again, we're going to talk about a little bit further. But those are some of the things that really stood out to me. Some of the feature set. It has a half liter water tank, and it has a half liter empty tank, or the, let's say, dirty tank. It has a very long time before you have to actually change that. So I have kids, and probably most people that's watching this and have a wet dry, they probably got a lot of floors, or they got some kids too. Kids, they're messy, and they eat 3 times a day as square meals. They get snacks, whatever the case may be. I am not one that follows all the rules in the rule book. So one of the things is that you want to clean it every time you use it. What I usually end up doing is throughout the day, and because of the capacity, I can do this. You can clean up your spots that you need to clean up when the kids are doing something, or they just got done eating and they threw stuff on the floor. You can clean up. I usually set it back on the actual base, and I run the self-cleaning option because there is also a self-cleaning option. All these features, again, are what kind of caused me to purchase it. It has a self-cleaning option. This self-cleaning option will go through and pump all this stuff out and make sure it's clean for the next go around. It does require you to empty the tank, but I usually don't do that, which is not recommended. You should obviously clean it and empty it every time, but I do that. And at the end of the day, after all 3 square meals are done, I end up having enough water to do all three self-cleaning options, and I have enough water to clean the floors, and I still have enough capacity to empty that out and not be overflowing. So I really enjoy that. I mean, it's not the way you're supposed to use it, but it gives me one time to clean up this item versus having to clean it 3 times a day. And it has the capacity to do that. Now, is that recommended? No, but that is what I do. Another thing that I really enjoyed about this item is that they're close to edge control. So there were a few other ones that I was thinking about getting, but they did not nearly have enough of the edge control that I was looking for. So I get really close to my stove, really close to bases, and it works in that way very well. It doesn't need a few extra run throughs. I don't need to pull out a broom and try to get it out the crevices. It can actually do a lot of really good job with edge control. That's another reason why I decided to go with the Proscenic, because it actually has that full edge control on both ends. It doesn't have a stop. So I really love that feature about it as well. I mean, there's a lot to praise about this, and I really do like it. Everything about it is great. It's just this one issue that has occurred, and now it's kind of giving me this skeptical feeling about recommending it to people. So, what happened? Essentially, when I am, it all stems from the electrolyzing the water, or whatever they call it, whatever they want to call it. But it's when they are making or are creating the disinfectant for the water tank. When that happens, they have to they have to run electricity through it. And what was happening is that this particular feature was not cutting off. So what ended up happening to my water tank is that it started to burn the water, or at least it felt like it was burning it, because it started to etch into the sides of my thing, and it was more so turning it a rustic color, as if it was just doing that process way too much. And the only thing that would stop it, because it's only supposed to happen in 2 ways. It's supposed to happen when it's on a self-cleaning mode. It'll do that to run the self-cleaning tool, or it will do it if you put it into the disinfectant mode. It is not supposed to run constantly. If that is something that's happening to yours, it is defective, and it may be potentially a fire hazard, because literally it is continuously running that connection up to the point where it is causing the water to turn. Now, will that kind of cause a fire? I'm not sure, but what I do know for a fact is that it's a problem. So, the only way to actually disengage it and have it not do that is to literally pull the battery out, which is great because it has a removable battery and you can pull it out. But that's a little, that's a problem. Honestly, this item without that feature is a buy for me, even if they did not have that feature. So that's what kind of annoys me, because I really don't even use it. I don't care to use it, and I don't need it, but it is something that is causing an issue with the type of device that it is. And I really don't know have a way around it. So what I ended up doing is sending mines back, and I now have the option to repurchase one and do that all over again. The fun thing about it is that it's now $40 cheaper. So that basically made my extra battery free. But this is kind of the options that you have to go through in your mind, is whether or not you're comfortable testing it out, because that is the one main feature. Like I said, you want to check it out. That's what I'm going to name this, is before you buy, think about that. Just make sure you're being cautious with that feature. Make sure when you're checking it at night and making sure that it's actually turning off, because if it's not, that's a problem. You might want to disengage the battery and charge it on the dock, and then use it again, and then kind of figure out how to go through the process of warranties. But that is literally the only problem I have with it. The solution, it works really well. The amount of water that it dispenses, the ability to suck up a lot of stuff. It gets a lot of stuff going. Peas, I'm talking, my kids are they're 15, 16 months. I got 2 twin boys, so they make a mess. So I understand how to clean one too. And this thing here is really intuitive. It comes with an extra roller so you can have a backup roller, and it does a lot of good things for keeping it clean. It dries or air dries the roller. It does the max suction to get anything out of the hosing and the lines to make sure that it's actually fully clean. There's only two steps. There's no unscrewing. You can really pull off the entire and disassemble the entire mop head with a few presses of your hand, and then you can clean all those parts. So it's just a very intuitive and smartly designed item. But that one thing again is what's causing me to be hesitant to say, oh, 10 out of 10, go buy it. But I'll be more so definitely check it out. And now that it's on sale even further, it's $267 on Amazon right now. It's a really good steal because a lot of the competitors do not have a lot of these features. And honestly, if that one feature was gone and that was causing my issue, I still would buy this one. So it just really depends on what you want to do. But I didn't want to make this video super long, so I'm going to cut it here. Hopefully you guys got a better perspective on this item, and if you thought it was a good review, or if you thought you need some feedback and what I should have added, let me know in the comment section below. I'm always down there listening and, you know, changing. So yeah, thanks you guys for watching. As always, if you enjoy the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, I will talk to you all in the next video. Peace.